Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be looking at 3 stocks that I am currently watching that you may want to consider adding to your portfolio. The first stock on the list is the ticker symbol RSG. It is a waste management company. The reason I am watching it is because it pays a dividend and it has also been performing excellent this year. So let's go look at it. So year to date, we are actually up 24.44%. That is incredible because remember, we are actually going through a very volatile time in the market and I haven't seen anybody talking about this specific stock. If we look at the 1 year, 34.27%. If we look at the past 5 years, staggering at 224.57%. And if we look at all time, this is the incredible part. It's 1,387.17% and continuing to skyrocket. Another thing to look at here is also that PE ratio, which is at 37.76%. And they just reported, so their next earnings will be in July. I really like this company because it is profitable and it does pay a dividend. We can see the dividend right there at 0.93%. And the next payment will be on July 2nd, 2025. If we scroll down here, we can take a brief look at who are their competitors and where they are going. They have actually been crushing all of their competitors. Nobody has really even come close to them. And we can see basically this company has been outperforming the S&P 500. We can see it right here. Year to date return, where the S&P is actually negative. This is up 25.09%. And then the 1 year, 3 year, and 5 year, we can go ahead and look at their financials. They are continuing to be profitable and go up, which is what I like to see long term. So this is something you want to look at closely into investing either into your Roth IRA, individual brokerage account, because it will give you compounding like no other. And that dividend is really nice to have. My next stock pick is actually by the ticker symbol SFM, which is Sprouts Farmers Market. It is a grocery store and organic food chain based out of Phoenix, Arizona. And what I really like about this company is that as we are moving to a healthier country, a lot of people are wanting to shop healthy and eat healthy, and this is one of the #1 picks. Now, if we look at the performance, we can look at year to date right here. We are up a 36.88%. And if we look at 1 year, 141.57%. And if we look at the 5 year, 727.06%. And all time, we are up 396.94%. The PE ratio is actually not too high. It's still a little high, but it's at 39.09%. And they just reported earnings and they crushed it. And their next one is going to be over here in July to August, depending on when they finalize everything. I really like this company for long-term wealth building. If we scroll here to the bottom, we can see again, where has this compared to an S&P 500 fund? We are up 36.88%, where the S&P is negative at negative 3.31%. We can see the 1 year return, 4 year return, and 5 year return comparative to the S&P 500. We can see here are their biggest competitors in this space, and they really don't have any big ones. The only one that I can say that could come somewhat close is this Natural Grocers, but it is so small compared to them, I wouldn't worry about it. And then we can look at their other competitors here, but still not much to really talk about in the way of people dominating this space. Sprouts Farmers Market is looking excellent. And we can see that their market cap is at 16.8 billion, where their financials are. It's a very healthy company overall. And we can see they crushed their earnings. Look at that. Revenue is skyrocketing, continuing to go up. And I really, really like to see this. And analysis is a strong buy. So keep this in mind as you look into adding more stocks to your portfolio. Let's jump on to my next stock. My last stock on the list goes by the ticker symbol ORLY, which is O'Reilly Automotive Parts. As we all know, we all need auto parts for our car, and this company has continued to outperform. Let's look at the year-to-date performance. We are at 18.60%, and also the next one is at 39.77%. That is 1 year. And if we look at the 5 year, it continues to impress at 273.66%. And all time, this is where it gets staggering, 57,596.82. That is incredible. This stock continues to outshine even some of the best stocks in the stock market at the moment. With its aggressive buyback, this company has continued to outperform. And what I really like is their price to earnings ratio, PE, is nice and low at 34.45%. Market cap is still pretty high in the almost 100 billion. We're nearing that. And let's scroll down to the very bottom here. We can look at their competitors. AutoZone still has not done anywhere near what they have done. We can look at that a little bit later. And then year to date, again, to the S&P 500, it has outperformed the S&P 500 every single time. So this is why I like it for a wealth building. They just reported and everything still looks healthy. They missed on some of their estimations, but they are still growing their company very well. And we can see on the analysis, it is still a strong buy. Let's actually jump into AutoZone because this is their best competitor. We can look at where they are going as a company relative to them. So if we go look at old time, right, that is really what I want to look at because we were at 57,000, right, with O'Reilly. AutoZone is only at 54,000 and year to date, it's at only 17.31%. I still recommend going with O'Reilly Auto Parts as the long-term wealth builder. I hope this video helped everyone out today. Let me know if you have any questions or want to dive into a specific stock down below. I always like chatting about this. Thank you for all of the support and I will see you in the next video.